I have done some pretty monumental unboxings on my channel in the past, and this is the first of 2021. It's a small one, but it's a very special one. So let's see what's inside this box. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to the first unboxing of 2021. Now, I know what this box is. It's a little bit of a fake unboxing in a way. It's my own stuff coming back from the Edinburgh Assay office. It's the brand new hallmarks for 2021. So every year the hallmark changes somewhat with a new date letter. So we've got a really nice example of that with a laser hallmark in here. But I thought I'd share with you guys kind of what I do and go through after each parcel goes up and comes back from Edinburgh. So we literally send every single piece up to Edinburgh, to and from. So it's a lengthy process and it's an expensive process because you have to pay for the box and the postage each way, which is a little bit of an annoyance. And but that's part of life. It's all still very much worth doing. Hallmarking is a really important and integral part of the things that we do here, the process that we do, and of course the final products that we have. So I worked on this particular batch all from the 2nd of January onwards, so it was about a week's worth of work. So we've got quite a little bit to go through here and actually share with you guys. Now, some of these items that we are looking at here today are going to be for sale at some point in February. But the vast majority are commission pieces. So we basically pretty much work to commission at the moment. I am trying to make some general, what I call website stock, to have in stock on our website in February. But the vast majority of my time is spent working on things which people want specifically. So if you did want something specifically, then do let me know. So here we have the first look. I've got it covered with my thumb. The first look at the 2021 hallmarks. Oh, it's upside down. I hoped I got it right way around. So here is the big date letter for 2021. It's a big W. This is the laser hallmarking that is put on this big old chunky Rolo. So the BYB, for those that don't know, I'll just run very quickly through the hallmark. The BYB is my sponsor's mark. That shows that it's made by me, submitted by me. The 909 is the purity. The castle is the Edinburgh Assay office's logo to say that they were the ones that checked it, and the W is the date letter for 2021, so you know that it was made and hallmarked in 2021, which I think is really, really cool. So that's the big old chunky hallmark on that one, and then I think we've got a big Kit Kat bar in here from memory. Yes, we do. So then we have all my other pieces to go through, but the hallmarks on all of these other ones will be hand-stamped hallmarks. So it's the same premise, BYB 909, Castle and W, but the look and feel of it is of course different, with it being hand stamped rather than laser hallmarked, but still really, really nice to have those hallmarks on there. Now, talking of hallmarks, whilst I just get all of these other things out of the box, there's, over the kind of Christmas period, we had a really interesting and fun debate about hallmarking over on the Silver Forum, about what really constitutes, or what products, I should say, constitute the requirement to be hallmarked. And it's really interesting, a really fascinating topic, and one that I feel very strongly about, and I know a lot of other people do too. I made a video talking about hallmarking before Christmas, in fact, as well, about how I think it is a real imperative for silver producers, hand-poured silver producers in the UK, to actually hallmark their items. And there is ambiguity in sort of the hallmarking legislation, the rules, the laws that govern whether or not we can and should be hallmarking things like pieces of poured silver. And to that end, I have arranged with the CEO of the Edinburgh Assay office, the Assay office that I use, to sit down and do, well, I say sit down in as much as we can do in a pandemic world on Zoom, and do a little interview about hallmarking, about the history of hallmarking, about the requirements for hallmarking, the sort of laws surrounding hallmarking. In some ways, of course, we're not going to be lawyers, so we're not going to give legal advice, but you know, his interpretation as an assay master, as an assay manager, is going to be pretty interesting, I think. So to that end, if you guys and gals have any interesting questions or any thoughts that you'd like me to put to the Assay Office manager, then let me know down in the comment section, because we will be including a little section within that interview of kind of community questions and things like that. So it's going to be a fun one, and having had a really interesting discussion with the head of the Assay office last week in preparation for this, just to see if they was on board and everything, let me tell you, it's going to be really, really eye-opening. It's going to be really interesting, and it's certainly something not to miss. So definitely worth thinking about if you want to watch that. So back to the parcel. Now, as I said earlier on, we have been working very hard on a bunch of commissions. So little bits and bobs for, different things of people, that what people want. If you wanted to have a pirate round, somebody got in touch and wanted a pirate round, so we made them a pirate round. Someone wanted a special bar, so we made them some special bars. If you want something, you just ask, we can look to get things made. Current order book turnaround is approximately 4 weeks at the moment, based on the volume that we are going through and that we're working on. That will change going into late February, early March, because we'll be starting production of the Silver Forum 1 ounce products, 1 ounce bars, and those often take quite a significant amount of my time. So obviously any additional orders within that time frame is going to be of, it's going to push my timekeeping basically. So if you are interested in something, do get in touch sooner rather than later. Now, as I did say, some of these pieces are not commissions. They've been just poured by me to sell at some point. And I do apologize for sort of the lack of general in-stock products on our website, but as I said, we've just been so busy with commissions that we don't really have time to sit back and actually make these things. So we have had a bit of time in this first couple of weeks of January to do that, and we have now got some pieces that you'll see out on the table here that will be going up and listed for sale on our website. In addition to that, we'll have the BYB branded 100 gram bars going up in February as well. So there will be things to share on our website for general sale, but as I have always said, the best way to get what you might want is to commission it. So please feel free to get in touch. So here we have all of what was in that parcel. You can see it all laid out here. It's very nice to see it all come back. Now, of course, I'll be just running through off camera, checking all of the Tetris pieces to make sure every single one has been hallmarked, because mistakes sometimes do happen, and sometimes when you have like a large box of these little Tetris pieces, and bless them, the Edinburgh Assay office, as you saw, put them all back in the box in that pattern that I just put the pattern in as best as I can to get them all into a little box. And that's quite finicky, so big thank you to the Edinburgh Assay office. I know it takes time. Time is money at the end of the day, and it's always nice for them to take care and put my products back in the right way. We had a few issues with that right at the very start, working with the Assay office, that because 909 silver is so malleable, some of the packaging was it was just basically thrown in a box, and it was all rummaging around, getting a bit dinged and dented here and there, which isn't fun, but good for the Edinburgh Assay office for actually working with somebody rather than just doing what they want to do. So yeah, anyway, here we have them all. Let's have a quick look again at some of the pieces with the new hallmarks on for 2021. So here we have some pirate rounds with some really lovely ripples. I know this one has been sold. This was the commission piece, and then there are a couple of these. So these two pirate rounds that we've got here, these I know will be for sale in February. We'll have to have them all finished up with the rest of the stamping and polishing and cleaning and antiquing, but those will be up for sale in February, come probably the second week of February. I'm looking at right now for getting things actually finished and done and ready and turned around in time. Yeah, and we've got then some lovely bars. I mean, just look at this one. Sometimes you pour a piece and it doesn't come out particularly how you might have expected, because I was aiming for something like, basically something like this ripple bar here, with some absolutely beautiful ripples. Tiny little ripple pool, gorgeous little kind of cooling circle at the top. But this one came out really differently. As you can see, that sort of deep pool. It's almost so thin at the top here. It's really cool. And then a lovely pattern, almost like a triangular shaped ripple cooling pattern there. So sometimes things don't work out exactly as you wanted with pouring silver, but they come out and they look just as nice anyway. And you know, things like this, for example, little tiny button rounds that just look too nice not to keep, not to hallmark, not to have for somebody to enjoy. Just look at those clean, crisp ripples, really, really gorgeous. And there's the hallmarking on the back. So that is the summary of this video. We've got a bunch of new pieces to work on and finish up finish. So I'm going to say hallmark there, but they're already hallmarked. Finish up and stamp to get out to customers, and then in February there will be some pieces that are not commissioned here that will be up for sale. But otherwise, if you want something, do let me know by getting in touch. Now, I want to give you all a little bit of a sneak peek as well at the next little fun project that I'm working on. And this is going to be another one that's going to be in conjunction with Dad. So this is really going to be a very quick flash sneak peek, and I'd like to know your opinions if you are a steadfast BYB Rambler that's been watching to this long point. I want to give you all a bit of a reward. So I've, for a very long time, wanted to make a giant's causeway out of silver. So hexagons, all at different heights, all at different thicknesses, as you can see. And it's coming together really well. Really, really like this. We have got a smaller hexagon version coming as well, so that because of this fairly heavy set here, the whole 7 pieces are about 800 grams, so pretty hefty stuff, but looking really good. And Dad's going to make a real nice nest for them to sit in, to display, to share. It's going to be really cool. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I'm sure I'll share more on that in due course. But here we have a first batch of silver back from the Edinburgh Assay office, and many more to come. We've already got the second batch up there, in fact, right now. So really exciting times. 2021 is going to be a busy old year, I have no doubt. If you have any questions or anything like that for the Edinburgh Assay office manager, I would love to hear from you guys. The idea is to film something in the first week of February. So we've got a couple of weeks, or just about over a week, 10 days or so, to come up with all of our kind of questions. If you've got any, let me know down in the comment section, or I'll put a link to the hallmarking thread over on the Silver Forum where you can see what other people are thinking as well, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, that is it from me today. Have a fantastic week ahead. We'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.